Hello, my name is Melissa Winter, and I am lucky enough to get to be a yoga teacher. I'm beyond excited that you made the choice today to try yoga with me. My goal is that you will feel better than you do right now if you give me an hour of your time. So here's some things to think about. I am sitting on a yoga mat and 2 rolled up beach towels. If you don't have a yoga mat, just take a towel out. And you're going to want to have 2 towels rolled up for under your tiny hiney, which reminds me sometimes I say things that will make you smile when I teach. So put your tiny hiney down on a rolled up towel. Just relax, have fun, listen to your body before you listen to my voice. The only way you can do anything wrong in my class is if it hurts. So if it hurts, just don't do it. Come along, have a relaxing hour with me. I think you'll smile by the time we get to the end. So, as I sit on the towel, I feel my sit bones. Those are the pointy bones in the back of my tiny hiney digging into my towel. Thinking about my spine growing tall, my shoulders are relaxed, my posture is wonderful, and my hands are just resting. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath in your nose, and let it out in any way that feels normal. Let the air just relax around you. We're going to do 2 of what I call drama breaths, so this time the sound will come out of your mouth. Take an inhale in your nose. Exhale. Ah. Feel that energy coming out of your body. Inhaling again. Ah. Like everything that needed to come out came up and out. Here, my hands are at the ends of the towel. My sit bones are digging into the floor. My eyes are closed. I want you to think of the sun now. Every day the sun comes up. It gives us energy, it gives us light, it makes us smile, and it asks for nothing in return. So just today, maybe you want to be like the sun. So take your palms and splay them away from your hips. As you inhale, lift your arms all the way up over your head, all the way until your palms touch each other. When your palms touch each other, inhale, reaching up just a little bit. And as you exhale, bringing both of your hands together to your right, feel what's happening on your left side body. And return back to center. Inhale, reaching up about 1/4 of an inch. This time our hands will fall to the left and we'll notice what happens in our right side body. And back to center. Close your eyes here, reach up, and notice your mind, your neck, your armpits, your shoulders, your upper back, mid back, low back, and hips. Just notice how you feel. As you inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Bring your hands down in front of your face. Tuck your chin. Feel what it feels like in the back of the neck. And let your hands stop in front of your heart. Just as a note to yourself, I will be doing everything that I'm telling you to do. So you can always look at this video, or you can just try to come along. This is our place where we're going to make a beautiful intention. So something that's really special to you. Take an inhale here. And send this wish or this thought out into the universe. When you're done with your intention, lift your head back to what feels like neutral. Let your hands fall to the edges of the towel. And just notice. First thing we're going to do is move our shoulders. As you inhale, pull your shoulders up towards your earlobes. As you exhale, roll your shoulders back at the wall or maybe the pool behind you, bringing the shoulders down and the hands to the edges of the towel. Maybe close your eyes here. The only thing that's going to happen is we're going to drop our head to the right. So breathe in. And think about your right ear falling down towards your right shoulder. Nothing else is happening. Shoulders are not lifting up. We'll close our eyes and we'll breathe here for 5 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale now. Imagine if we were together in my backyard here. And now, what do you feel like here? And now, just gonna ask for 2 more big breaths here. Now, everything should feel like it's letting go. Last one here. And now, I'm going to ask you to leave your head as it is. And I'm going to ask you to take your hands behind you. So choice 1 is one hand holds the other wrist. Choice 2 is we interlace our fingers. If you're interlacing, your thumbs are closer to your hiney. If your body will allow it, maybe you straighten your arms. I'm going to ask for 5 more breaths here. Inhale, slow. Exhale down. You don't need to rush. Slow. Down. Again, slow. Down. Notice what you feel and where you feel it. 2 more. Slow. Down. Last big breath in this shape. Slow. Down. If your elbows or your arms don't like this, put them back on your towel. If they do like this, keep them where they are. I'm going to ask you to move your chin and your nose. Bring your chin towards your right armpit and drop your nose down a little lower. You'll find that the sensation is in a different place. Inhale, fall. Exhale, leaves. Fall. Leaves. Do you notice the colors? Fall. Leaves. Okay, now here, I'm going to ask you to take your hands away from each other. So the hands will come to the end of your rolled towel. We're going to roll our chin so that our nose comes back down to center. So you'll find your chin is closest to your chest, the back of your neck is creating some space, and the nose is pointed down at the ankles. Now, if you're not happy sitting in the direction I am, sit with your legs apart so they look like a letter V. That might help. Here, the only thing that's going to happen is my nose and chin are going to rise and fall. So don't overdo this. As you inhale, feel your nose rise towards the sky or the ceiling in your room. As you exhale, let the chin slowly fall down towards the chest, creating space in the back of your neck. As you rise, inhale, feeling the skin on the neck move. As you fall, slowly let the chin come down. 3 more, no need for speed. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Again, rise. And fall. Notice the last one to me feels best. Inhale, rise, noticing the skin on the neck. Exhale, feeling the chin fall down towards the chest. ask you to take a moment here. Just notice. Breathe in. Notice if you feel any different than when you sat on your mat, and breathe out. Breathing in. Noticing if the left side of the neck feels different than the right. I'm going to take this in the opposite direction. So first thing I'm going to ask you to do is take your chin towards your left armpit. The nose comes with it. The hands will come behind us again. You decide if you want to hold on to a wrist or interlace the fingers. To make this side a little different, I'm going to ask you to take your hands further away from the tiny hiney, an inch or two. Inhale the light. Exhale the dark. Notice where the sensation is, light and dark. Last one in this shape, light and dark. As long as your shoulders are okay, I'm going to ask you to just take your left ear and drop it towards your left shoulder. The sensation should be in the right side of the body. I'm going to go for 5 breaths here. Inhale, hills. Exhale, valleys. Where are you on vacation? Hills. Valleys. 3 more. Hills. Valleys. 2 more. Hills. Valleys. Last one. Hills and valleys. I'm going to ask that you keep your head just like it is. We'll separate the hands away from each other and we'll bring them down to the edges of the towel. I'm going to ask for 5 more deep breaths here, still having your left ear toward your left shoulder and not having the left shoulder coming up to the left ear. Inhale, rain. Exhale, drops. Rain. Drops. Notice where the sensation is. Rain. Drops. 2 more. You might be so present right now, you can hear the birds singing behind me. 1 more. Rain. Drops. Okay, here, the muscles on the right side of the neck. I've had a really nice stretch. I'm going to ask you to take the fingers of your left hand and bring it towards your left ear. We're going to press the head back up to neutral so the muscles don't have to engage. Let the eyes close if they're not already. Left hand on left thigh, right hand on right thigh. Breathe in deeply in your nose. And just notice, is there any less tension from the top of your shoulders to the top of your head than when you sat on this mat? Breathe in again. And just release it. That is the beginning of the magic of yoga. If you're on your towel and you're ready for a change, I'm going to ask you to lean forward. Push the towel behind you so I'm no longer on it. I'm going to open my left leg out to the left. I'm going to keep my right foot in front of my torso. You'll notice as we go through this next part of the class, our hips are doing different jobs. You'll feel different sensations in both hips. There's nothing wrong with you. It's because one leg's bent, one leg's straight. First, we're going to come to our right side. So I'm going to ask you to look towards your right knee. I'm going to ask you to put your hands down on either side of your right leg. I want you to notice now your sit bones are pressing evenly into your yoga mat or your towel. We're going to take our hands a little further away from our body. You notice your nose will go down towards your right knee. Once your left sit bone over here leaves the mat, you're losing the stretch. So leave the sit bones evenly down on the mat. Think about this. Your eyes are closed. Your chin is coming towards your chest. Your left shoulder is in a straight line with your right shoulder. Nothing hurts. We'll breathe for here for 5 breaths. Inhale, create. Exhale, space. Notice what's happening up the left side body. Create. Space. Notice here your right hip is compressed. Create. Space. I'm going to ask for 2 more breaths here. Create. Space. I should feel relaxing. 1 more. Create. Space. Okay, we're going to keep our head at the height it's at. I'm going to move your body back to center. So if your eyes are open, look at your left hand. Move your left hand back to center first, sliding your head at the same height it's at back to center. Bring your right hand with you. So my elbows are bent, both sit bones are evenly divided, weight on the floor. My nose is coming forward. I'm not trying to bring my nose towards the floor. I'm just letting gravity push my head down. So feel your spine round away from you. Inhale the word expanding. Exhale the word calming. There's nothing to try to do here. Just let this happen. Expanding. Calming. No effort, just observe yourself letting go, expanding, calming. Just 2 more deep breaths, you got this, expanding, calming. Last one. Keeping our head at the height it's at. We're headed to our left. Your left leg is straight right now. So you can open your eyes or not, but we'll take our left hand to the outside of the left leg. We'll slide our nose at this lower height over the left thigh, and we'll bring our right hand closer to the inside of the left leg. Feel your belly button turn a little bit towards the left leg. Check in with your right shoulder, let it come down. And just let gravity do the work here. Now it's our right side body that's opening. So we'll breathe here for 5. Inhale, candle. Exhale, flame. Candle. Can you see the flame flicker? 3 more. Candle. Flame, candle, flame, again, candle, flame. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to move your left hand. We're going to take our left hand in the direction of our left ankle. So that doesn't mean, oh, I have to touch my ankle or my toes. It can be anywhere on your shin. If your body has the space, you can go towards the left ankle. The nose is coming closer to the thigh if that's available, but nothing in the body is stressed out. Inhale, feel. Exhale, sensation. Just notice what you feel. Feel. Sensation. This next place that we're going, you may need to look as I say it. First, I'm going to ask you to look to your right. So your nose is pointing towards your right knee now. From there, I'm going to bend my left arm and put my left elbow on my left thigh. I'm going to make my hand look like a suction cup, and I'm going to bring my fingerprints around my left ear. I'm going to drop the weight of my head into my left hand. I want you to notice, if your neck isn't really working and your fingers are, notice how heavy your head is. Close your eyes so you can feel this. Breathe in. And breathe out. I'm going to move the right hand, and I'm going to ask you to notice the upper chest. So take your right hand to your right knee. Feel that opening. Breathing in. And breathing out. As long as there is nothing wrong with your right shoulder, please come with me. Remember, everything I say is only a suggestion. It's your choice. I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to lift it up towards the sky. So my right arm is up like I know the answer to the question. My palm is facing my left foot. I now bend my right elbow. So I've made a rainbow over my head. I want you to breathe from your right hip all the way to your right fingers. And I want you to feel the breath leave from the fingers to the elbow to the shoulder to the right hip. Only two more. Breathe up. And feel a release on the breath down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Just your right fingers. Lift them up to the sky or the ceiling. Notice your right shoulder. Bend your right arm. Put your right hand on your right thigh. If your eyes are not closed now, I'm going to suggest it. We're about to sit up, and you may feel a lot of sensation. So as you inhale, you bring your head and your spine to neutral. So you're sitting up. Your left hand is on your left leg. Your right hand is on your right leg. Breathe it in. Notice if you feel any different or how you feel different. One more big breath in. And release it. I'm going to go to a twist. We'll take our right hand that's on your bent leg, bring it behind your tiny hiney. It may land on your towel, that's okay. Palm can be down or you can be on your fingerprints. Get as tall as you can. Your left hand is going to go across the body on a diagonal, not onto your knee, onto your thigh. Your nose is facing me now, and your sit bones are digging into your mat or your towel. As you inhale, get as tall as you possibly can. And as you begin to exhale, thinking about your belly button turning to the right first, then your chest, then your nose will begin to look over your right shoulder. And we're just going to breathe here. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Your nose is still pointing to the right. I want you to feel the twist in the belly. Breathe it in. And release it. One more big breath. Nose looking over the right shoulder. Inhale. This time your nose comes back to face me. Your left hand to your left knee. Your right hand to your right knee. Exhale. This time eyes are closed. Right heel comes away from the body, so your legs are in the shape of a V. Feel this. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Just notice. In. And out. I'm going to take it to your other side so you know just what's coming. Might feel completely different. Might feel the same. Look at your left heel. Bring it towards your torso. Now, it is possible that some people's body is a lifted left leg. If that's happening for you, put your towel underneath. It's going to help you feel grounded. If it's not, you don't need it. Just another choice. Here, both of our hands are going to go on either side of the left leg. Think about your belly button turning towards the left leg. You already know what's going to happen. The chin goes towards the chest. The hands come a little further from the torso. And the nose falls in the direction of the left thigh. Nothing hurts. If it does hurt, your nose is too close to your left knee, so just bring it back. We're going to breathe again. Inhale the word let. Exhale the word go. If there's a spot in your body that hurts, inhale let. Go. Stop holding on to that tight muscle or that story. Let go. We all do it. Let go. Last one. Okay, we're going to head towards center like we did before, so you might not even have to look. Think about your right hand first. Move it towards your right leg. Keeping your head as low as it is, bring your head towards center, and then bring your left hand along. So here I'm thinking about my chin is tucked towards my chest, my belly button is towards my spine is rounding away, my head's just heavy. And I'm going to breathe here again. Inhale, happy. Exhale, healthy. That's really what we're after, happiness and feeling good. Happy, healthy. Again, happy, healthy. Only one more right here. Happy, healthy. Of course, we're headed to the right. So you're going to take your right hand, you're going to bring it to the outside of your right leg. Your right leg is also straight right now. You're going to slide your nose over that right thigh. You're going to feel a twist in the spine and the belly. You're going to slide your left hand closer to your right hand. You're going to notice if one shoulder is higher than the other. If it is, drop it down. Just to change this up a little bit, if your eyes were open and you moved both of your hands an inch or half an inch closer to your foot, notice how that feels. For some people, it might be too far. If that happened, bring your hands back. If you like how it feels, just notice what one little change makes such a difference. We'll be here 5 more breaths. Inhale, warm. Exhale, cozy. Warm. Cozy. Warm. Cozy. Notice if the top teeth are clenched with the bottom teeth. Let that go. Warm. Cozy. One more. This time I'm going to move just my right hand. That's the one on the outside of the right leg. I'm going to bring my right hand in the direction of my right ankle. Remember, that might mean just touch your right shin, or maybe the ankle. The nose points down towards the knee or the thigh, and that left side really opens. Inhale, feel. Exhale, sensation. feel sensation. Okay, now this is the one that kind of sounds strange. So your nose is pointed at your right knee now. I'm going to ask you to take your nose, point it towards your left knee, which brings your ear to point to your right thigh. We'll bend our right arm, we'll put our right elbow on our right thigh, and bring our fingers all the way around the right ear. We'll breathe in here, and we'll let go of that breath. Left hand is going to move. Notice the upper chest. Inhale, put your left hand on your left knee. Notice that space. I'm going to move your left arm now, as long as there's nothing wrong with your left shoulder. Lift your left arm like you know the answer to the question. So right now my left palm is facing my right foot. As I bend my left elbow, I create a rainbow over my head. I breathe from my left hip all the way to the left fingers. And I feel a release run down my left side as I exhale. Breathe it in. Release it. Last one, inhaling up. Exhaling. Of course, we move our left arm up towards the sky. Bend the left elbow, put the left hand down on the left thigh. This is a spot where you could feel a lot of sensation. So when you're ready, with your eyes closed, bring your head back to neutral. Feel again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice if you feel lighter or calmer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Something really cool about yoga. As the muscles in your body start to let go, you'll notice your mind slows down. We're going to add that last twist. So your left hand comes behind your left hiney cheek, maybe on your towel, maybe on the floor. Our right hand comes across our body on a diagonal, remembering not to put pressure on your knee joint onto the thigh. Think about the sit bones. That's the place where we start. As you inhale, press the sit bones evenly into the floor. Think about your belly button turning to the left first, your chest next, and then your nose looks over the left shoulder. Breathe in. Imagine your body and feel a breeze on it, and breathe out. Breathing in. Letting that breath go, breathe out. Last one, in and out. Your nose comes back to face me first. Right hand on right leg, left hand on left leg. Just feel this. Breathe in. Did this yoga make any difference yet? Let it out. I'm going to move your left leg now. So your left leg is still bent. Take your left leg and straighten it away from your nose. Maybe lift your right leg up and move it over. Sometimes when you're over 23, that has to happen. Right now, my toes are pointed up. If I let my toes point away from each other, it's easier on my hamstrings and my low back. So let that happen. I'm just going to slide forward. I'm not trying to touch my toes. Remember, if you wanted to touch your toes, you can always bend your knee and bring the toes towards you. So take that out of the equation. And just slide your hands down your legs. Let your chin fall towards your chest. And focus your attention on the space in between the vertebrae. Doesn't matter how low your head is. We'll be here 5 breaths. Inhale the stars. Exhale the moon. stars, moon, stars, moon, again, last one like this, stars and moon. This time the hands are going to roll back towards our hips. So you're going to think about the chin staying tucked to the chest. As you inhale, slide your hands toward your hips slowly as you roll your vertebrae up one at a time until the last thing that comes up is your magical smile. Look, I got you to smile. And just feel that. Breathing in and breathing out. That's about a half an hour's worth of yoga. This always makes my students smile when I ask them to lay down. So we're gonna head for a twist. Just gonna give you a little bit of information before we go into a twist. Once we're in this twist, we will hold it for 2 minutes. So your goal should be to make this twist as comfortable as possible. Let your body go into it in the way that feels good. Don't worry about what it looks like. Notice what it feels like. So first thing I'm gonna do, because my mat was long ways, is bring my feet to make the mat look long. I'm gonna take my rolled up towel that I'm gonna use for support, and I'm gonna put it on the right side of my body. Now you can see it's kind of even with my right hip, and it will be flush with my toes eventually. I'm gonna bring the soles of my feet to the floor. I'm gonna scooch up a little bit. I'm gonna come down on my forearms, and then I'm gonna lay down. Everything that I'm explaining, I will be doing. So come down on your forearms. Your very important goal would be not to smack your head. So just come all the way down. Let the palms splay up. Let the arms come away from the hips. This is a feeling of contentment. Breathe in. Just notice how happy your body is laying on a 1/2 inch thick piece of mat. Breathe in again. And just feel the magic inside of your body. You got yourself to feeling like this. You just let me lead you. Okay, in just a second, we're gonna lift our tiny hiney. So first I want you to think about the soles of your feet being planted evenly into the mat. When we lift the tiny hiney, you'll be thinking, I want the same amount of weight in my toes as in my heels. I want the same amount of pressure in my left foot as my right foot. That's gonna help keep us present. So when you're ready, take an inhale, press into your feet, lift your tiny hiney, pull your thighs together. And we're gonna come down with the top of the back first. So near the shoulders, start to roll the spine. We're just going a little bit at a time, remembering there's no need to rush. Lower and lower. You'll know you've made it all the way down to the earth when your shoulders release. And just for fun, we're gonna do that one more time. So inhale, press the feet into the floor, lift the tiny hiney, pull the thighs together. We're gonna hold this for an extra breath. Inhale. Exhale. Doesn't matter how high your hiney is off the floor, just that it's off. Breathe in again. And as you exhale, starting with the shoulder area, come down with the top of the back first. Mid back, low back, and we come all the way. The bottom of the back releases and the shoulders just let go. Okay, now here, we're gonna head into our twist. So I'm going to ask everybody to try both choices, and then I'm going to ask you to hold it in the choice that felt better to you. So first thing is the arms. We'll take our arms out to a T. So think about both of your arms are out to the shape of a T and your palms are faced up. Right now, the soles of both of my feet are on the mat, but I want you to think about knees going towards the right and or towards your towel. So I'm going to let both of my knees, or one at a time, come down towards the towel on the right side. Here what you should be feeling is both of your shoulders are still on the mat, your right hip is on the mat, your left hip is stacked on top of that, and your shins are together. Some bodies might not allow that. You might find your left leg is still up. That's okay and that's normal. Let it come down with gravity. Your nose will be towards the clouds, the sky, or the ceiling. So this is choice one. If you wanted to add more to this choice, you would still have your left leg be the top leg, thighs still together, but you could straighten that left leg. So if you're looking towards the video, notice here, more of the weight of my left leg is pulling. That's adding just a little more to my twist. I'm going to bend my left leg again and take you to choice two. So my left foot comes to the floor, my right foot comes to the floor as well. We're going to take our left leg and we're going to cross it over our right. The best way I can explain this is you're all dressed up and you're at a fancy restaurant and you're sitting like a lady or a gentleman. So there's no space between the thighs. Again, my knees will fall to the right. Here the towel will help support me, and my nose is pointed towards the ceiling. This might make you feel like a salty pretzel, and it might just be too much. So if it is too much, unfold and please come back to the first option. You want to think about your thighs being parallel to that right arm, and now we'll go for 2 minutes. So here I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to see a sunset. Inhale, sun. Exhale, set. Look for the colors. Pinks, oranges, blues. Inhale, sun. Exhale, set. Some of the muscles you might be holding on to, I'm going to ask that you let go. If the top teeth and bottom teeth are clenched, let your lower jaw and tongue just float. If the muscles in the thighs, the tiny hiney, or the belly are holding on, release them. It's that time, transition time, from the day to the night. Inhale, sun. Exhale, set. Sun. Set. We're just about halfway. Notice where in your spine you feel this twist. Two more breaths, please. The sun has gone down and we're going to move again. So first notice it's your right hip that's on the yoga mat and not your left hip. I'm going to ask you in a second to mentally pull your left hip back down to the mat. As you do that, you'll find your right foot onto the mat first. So, left hip pulls down, right foot is on the mat. If your legs are crossed here, uncross, put your left foot on the mat. You might need to scooch, and that's okay. Do a little scooch. We're going to take our left foot down to the left bottom corner of the mat and our right foot down to the right corner of the mat. Take a big breath in. And just notice in your own body, does one leg feel longer than the other? Breathe in again. Notice, does one hip or hiney cheek feel lower to the mat than the other? Breathe in. Notice if your mind is slowing down and you're really just concentrating on my voice. Maybe you can hear the waterfall from the pool or the sound of the birds. Breathe in. Notice what your clothes feel like on your body right now. Breathing in. Thank yourself for being well enough and wise enough to take this class right now for yourself. One more big breath. This sensation is the magic of yoga. Okay, this time I'm going to talk about your right hand. Slide your right hand down towards your right hip and you'll feel your towel. Take your left hand across your body. Lift your towel from your right side to the left side. It's just going to be here to support you if you need it. Arms are back out to a T and the towel's just on the other side. I'm going to move your right leg first. As you inhale, bend your right leg. As you exhale, literally feel what it feels like to step down. We step so many times in the day and we never feel what it feels like for our skin to touch the earth. We'll do that again, but with the left leg. Inhale, bending your left leg. Exhaling, stepping down. One time, inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the tiny hiney, pulling the thighs together. As you exhale, coming down with the top of the back closest to the shoulders. Mid-back, and let it come down a little bit at a time. All the way till the sacrum is landed and the shoulders release. This part might make you happy. We're going for a free back massage. I'm going to ask you to take your right knee in the direction of your right shoulder. Maybe your right hand wants to hold on to the shin. Left knee in towards the left shoulder. Here you have a choice. You wrap your arms around your shins or around your thighs. If your knees tend to be problematic, please go with the thighs. Here our nose points towards the blue sky and we're just going to roll back and forth. So roll towards your left, feeling every spot of the left side of your body getting a free massage. And slowly rolling to the right, rolling back to the left, knowing today's going to be a really good day. And rolling over to your right. One more time to the left. Today is going to be a good day. Rolling to the right because you're going to make it a good day. And back to center. Your arms will fall back out to a T. The palms will splay up. The right foot will step down. You'll feel what it feels like to step down. The left foot will step down. You'll feel what that feels like. Maybe you need a scooch. Our bodies feel different on both sides, so I'm going to give you all the choices again. This time, we'll be going towards our left. So think about your knees, your legs are bent, and let both of your knees just fall onto the towel to the left side. You'll find you're on your left hip this time, and this might be enough. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try something different. Top leg this time is your right leg. Keeping your thighs together, just straighten that right leg. It adds more weight. Feel that. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Bend your right leg. Step back down on the mat with the right foot and then the left foot. Here we'll try the deepest one. Remember, the only way to do this wrong is to pick the one that hurts. We'll take our right leg. We'll cross it over the left like we're at a fancy restaurant. Again, the legs will fall onto the towel onto the left side. It's your promise to yourself that this class should make you feel better. So if you feel like a salted pretzel right now, you've gone too far. Uncross and come back to the original. I'm gonna take you on a journey this time. This is your magical photo album. So maybe these photos hang in your house. Maybe these photos are in your smartphone. But each photo will come with a breath. So your nose is facing the sky again. You're breathing in. You're seeing a picture of a happy person. And you're exhaling and turning the page. There's only happy people in this book. Inhale, find a picture with somebody smiling behind a birthday cake. Let that photo fill you with joy and exhale, turn the page. When you're this relaxed, notice what comes up. Breathing in a photo. Letting the muscles in your body just let go. Lips are together, all breath is going in and out of the nose, halfway there. Three more deep belly breaths with wonderful photos. For the last few pictures, look for group shots of happy people. One more. Okay, we're gonna come back now. Whether your legs are crossed or not, your left hip is on the yoga mat. So as you inhale, pull your right hip back to the yoga mat. You'll find your left foot on the floor. Crossed or uncrossed, bring your right foot onto the floor. Notice this, breathe in. And breathe out. See if you can remember the last time your body felt this calm. Breathe in and out. This is going to be the last shape or yoga pose that we go into before Shavasana, which is final relaxation. So remembering our towel's on the left side of our body, move your left hand so you can feel the towel. And then take your left heel to the bottom of the towel and kick the towel towards your hiney. So what I'm looking for here is that your rolled up towel comes underneath the soles of your feet. Your legs are bent, your arms are out to a T. You can sneak a peek. But this should feel really nice and easy. As the low back presses into the ground, inhale. Just noticing the calm. Okay, now I'm going to move our knees away from each other, which eventually will bring the soles of your feet to touch as if your feet were clapping. Before you go there, know this: the closer your heels are to your personal area or your groin, the deeper this shape will be. The further your heels are to the end of your mat, the less intense this will be. So the feet are on the towel. You can always push the towel further away from you. The knees splay away from each other. And here the goal is to have part of your shins down resting on that towel. And I don't want you to feel like you need to muscle up in your groin. So kick the towel and move it around until you get to a place that it feels really delicious. If it feels right to put your hands on your belly to relax your shoulders, do that. Here the hips should be happy. I'm going to hand you all a pretend balloon. This balloon is magical, it's golden, and it's on a magical golden ribbon. Imagine you're holding it in your right hand. We're going to fill that ribbon with stuff that no longer serves us. So scooch until you're in a happy place with your body. Release the body. And think of something or some things that could go into your balloon. Breathe in. Maybe you add worry or a pain in your body or a person who works your nerves, something you regret. Anything counts, a place you don't like to go. Put it all in the balloon. Everything can fit. Whatever you put in that balloon is going to leave you, remembering the only way you can bring it back is if you choose to think about it. I'll be back to the balloon in just a second. So close your eyes and bring your lips together. Take a really big breath in your nose. Feel your belly rise. And force that air out of the nose, feeling the belly fall. Again, big breath in the nose. This time I'm going to ask you to open your lips as if you had a straw. I'm going to ask you to give me a slurp. So give me a slurp of air. One more. Your lungs can actually fit it. Close the lips and force that air out of the nose. Relax the shoulders if they are up by the earlobes. Breathing in again. Let go of your balloon. Let it go towards that airplane that's flying over that you can hear, and let go of the breath. That balloon and that plane have taken away what you wanted to let go of. Your shoulders are melting into the mat. There's no muscle in your body working hard. We'll be here. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Let. Go. Let. Go. Let. Go. Notice what you feel. Feel the sound of that airplane taking you further into relaxation until it fades away like the balloon you can no longer see. Let go. Again, let go. One more amazing deep breath as the belly rises. And then it falls. I'll move the right leg first, and really slowly. So think about your right toes, and then bring your right toes towards the bottom right hand corner of your mat. As that happens, notice what you feel. Left leg, left heel going towards the bottom left hand corner of your mat. Feel this sensation is relaxation. This is the magic of yoga. Breathing in and releasing. This is the point in class where we're just gonna melt away. There's nothing else you need to do but melt into your yoga mat. If you don't feel perfectly relaxed, scoot your body into a place that makes you feel almost numb. If you have a blankie with you, now would be the time to put it on. Warm fuzzy socks or an eye pillow, any of that, it's time now. If you're watching this video, you'll notice I am going to sit up. If you're so relaxed, please stay in that shape. There's no need for you to sit up. You just need to melt in. So here I'm going to take you on a tour through your body. We're going to melt each and every part of your body, starting with your toes. If you fall asleep, I hope you enjoyed this class. There's no reason to even get up and turn the video off. Just melt away. So as your body lays on your mat, I'm going to ask that you take an inhale. Feel all 10 toes and melt them like a Hershey kiss sitting out by the pool in the sun. Breathe into the soles of the feet. And feel all the muscles in your feet wrapped around all those little bones. Just melt away. Breathe into your ankles. You might not feel a lot of sensation. Just know they're melting. The lower bone of our leg. So think about the shin, the calf, the skin, and the muscle. Breathe it in. And feel it kind of ooze into your yoga mat. Breathe into your knees. Send them healing love. Next we come up into the thighs. There's so much muscle around those thigh bones. So if you can, I'm going to ask you to turn them red in your mind. Breathe into all the muscles surrounding the thigh bone. Imagine the thighs getting warm and oozing into your yoga mat. I'm going to bring you back down to your toes. I want you to notice in your own body, between your toes and the top of your thighs, does that part of your body feel more relaxed or maybe a little more numb? then the top of the body. We're going to move on now to what we call the pelvic bowl. So that's the hip, the tiny hiney, the personal area, and your organs. Breathe into that area and let the muscles of the hiney melt into your yoga mat. Let the hips melt away, the organs, the intestines, your personal area. Just feel it melt. We're going to breathe into the belly. You may feel it rise and fall. You may not. Breathe in. Feel the belly rise. And imagine it falling and melting in towards the spine. We'll come up to the chest and the ribs. Now your lungs will grow as wide as the space that's holding it. You may notice during yoga we had much longer breaths than in our regular life. So breathe into your chest, feel your rib cage expand, and let it melt. Breathe into your shoulders. Maybe turn them purple, make them warm, and let them go. Top arm bone, so that's where your bicep lives. Breathe it in. And imagine your top arm bone feeling like a piece of cooked pasta, just wiggly and melted. The elbow and the forearm, breathe in. Let it melt away. The hands, take your hands, move them into a fist. Let the fist go. Feel the hands gently opening and melting away. I'm going to ask you to bring your mind to the lowest part of your back, the bottom of your spine. Here we're going to move your energy from the bottom of your spine to the base of your skull. So I want you to imagine your spine as if you were looking at an old-time thermometer, the ones that the mercury moved up and down. I'm not going to move mercury here. I'm going to move healing light from the bottom of your spine to the base of your skull. When you're ready, inhale, feel that positive healing energy running up your spine. And as you let go, feel that energy run back down your spine and out to your side body as if it was watercolors running down a piece of paper. We come into the neck, breathing in. If there's any tension left in your neck, I want it to feel like a bead of sweat rolling off the neck, dripping onto the yoga mat. We're going to come into your scalp as if I was right behind you, giving you a head massage. Breathe in. And let your whole scalp release as if you were wearing a ponytail that was too tight, and the muscles around the head just let go. We'll bring breathing into your eye sockets next. So still laying down on your mat, feeling melted, breathing into the eye sockets. Letting your eyeballs feel heavy, let them visually sink into the sockets. I'll breathe into your eyeballs, they're heavy. Let them roll down behind the cheekbones, showing no facial expression at all. We're going to breathe into the jaw. Bring your mind to the space where the top and bottom jaw come together. Inhale here. And let your low jaw and tongue just let go and float. Here we're going to go and find that space in between our eyebrows. We call this a third eye. Breathe in. And if you could imagine this energy coming from the spot on your forehead and covering your entire body with healing light all the way down to your toes. Feel the sunlight shining on your body. Breathe in from your toes to the top of your head. Feel that healing light in your body and release the air, but keep the energy. While you lay here, I'm going to ask you again to remember your intention. If you're totally relaxed right now and you can't remember the intention you made, just make a new one. Take a big breath in and just let that intention go. Breathing in. Notice how different you feel since you sat on your yoga mat. Choice 1, stay laying down and just listen to me close class. Choice 2, your left hand goes onto your belly. Your right arm is out to a T. This is if you're still lying down. Your knees fall to your right. You roll onto your right hip and your right shoulder. Stay here for a second. Breathe in. Thank yourself again for being well enough and wise enough to take this class with us today. If you want to sit up, you'll press into the floor with the left palm and the right elbow. You'll come up to any last seat, sitting on your towel or not. Sitting like I am or sitting with your legs apart. Anything is right as long as it feels good to you. If you're coming with me, we're going right back to where class began. The fingertips touch the yoga mat or the towel. The palms splay away. We become the sun. As you inhale, reach your arms all the way up over your head until the palms come together. When the hands come together, just exhale, leaving your arms where you are. As you inhale, reach up about 1/4 of an inch. And I ask you to notice your mind, your neck, your armpits, your shoulders, the upper back, mid back, low back, and hips. As you inhale, just with your hands, reach up. And as you exhale, let the elbows bend and stop with the hands in front of the eyes and the forehead. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You can say this in your mind or you can say this out loud with me. Take an inhale and say, may I see the truth, and exhale. Bring your hands down in front of your lips. Breathe in again. And say, may I speak the truth, and exhale. Let the hands lower down in front of the heart. Let the chin tuck towards the chest. Breathe in. And say in your mind, may I live my life with an open heart. May I be humble and kind. May the light that shines from the sun bring a smile to your face. May the raindrops that fall from the sky wash away your worries. May the light of the moon guide you safely on your way home. There's a word we say in yoga, and that word is namaste. And namaste means, may the light in me honor the light in you. So together we say, namaste. my intention was that you felt better after this class than you did before. I hope you are wowed, I hope you feel wonderful, and I hope you can keep this feeling that you have right now for the rest of the day. Feel what you feel like right now. It should feel different than when you got on your mat. I'm going to suggest drinking more water today than you normally do. I held you in some twists for a really long time. I want to thank you for letting me today be your yoga teacher. I feel grateful that you let me be your teacher. I'm not sure if you know this about me or not, but I also am a realtor. So if you liked my class, you might find me relaxing and fun and happy as a realtor. So if you're looking to make a change, you might need my phone number. It's 201-602-0547. My email for being a realtor is onemagicalagent@gmail.com. If you have yoga questions, it's onemagicalyogi@gmail.com. My only hope is from my heart to yours that I put a smile on your face today. May you continue to do yoga and may your day be wonderful. Namaste.